Michael Hauser with Hauser Financial Coaching. A recent Wall Street Journal article talked about how people are responding to high home prices and high mortgage rates. Let's take a look.
After struggling to save enough for a down payment on a first home, this woman spent $2,000 on a trip. You hear all about the value of property ownership, but that's out of reach, she says. Well, it's even further out of reach now. This couple calculated that their $2,500 monthly rent would translate to paying over $3,500 a month on a 30-year mortgage, so they delayed their search. They dipped into their new house fund to pay for a road trip and splurge on their honeymoon. We feel like we have all this money and have nothing to do with it, she says. While it's true that they may not be able to afford a house right now, they took themselves further away from homeownership with these choices. After an unsuccessful hunt for a bigger house, this couple decided to spend around $50,000 renovating their property. While it's true that they may recover some of this on the sale of their house, it likely won't be all of it. We finally accepted that it's not going to be a year where the market is like this, it's going to be years, she says. Well, it's going to be even longer now.
I sympathize with any of you who are looking for a house right now. It is frustrating and discouraging. I get it. The combination of high house prices and high mortgage rates are making it unrealistic for many of you to buy a house right now. There are silver linings. First, this is temporary. The combination of high house prices and high mortgage rates is not sustainable. While we cannot predict when or by how much, interest rates are likely to decline in the future. Second, while you cannot control house prices or mortgage rates, you can control your financial behaviors and set yourself up for future success. What things did these people have in common? First, they lost hope. They gave up. Second, they did not follow a process. Instead of taking steps to improve their financial situation and set themselves up for success, they took steps that set themselves back years. Do not make these mistakes. Prepare your financial life today to be ready to buy a house when everything else aligns. Before you purchase a house, you need to accomplish 3 things. Number 1, become debt-free. This means eliminating all debt, including credit cards, car loans, car leases, and student loan debt. Number 2, build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of your total household expenses. Number 3, save for a down payment. If you are purchasing your first house, your down payment should be at least 10%. For any houses after that, your down payment should be at least 20%. Why are these 3 steps so critical? First, by eliminating debt, you will actually keep your paychecks and increase your monthly cash flow. Second, by having an emergency fund, you will avoid going into debt when emergencies pop up, whether it's house repairs or other unexpected but necessary expenses. And number 3, a down payment of 10% on your first home or 20% on future homes will increase the likelihood that you will not go underwater on your house, meaning that you will not owe more than your house is worth. The right time to buy a house is when you accomplish the 3 steps we just talked about, when you are confident that you will be in that house for at least 7 years, and when you can afford the monthly payments. All these factors relate to your specific financial situation. Do not try to time the housing market. Let your situation dictate when the right time to buy a house is. Most importantly, do not lose hope. Do not give up. Follow these steps and you can and will own a house that fits into your budget. Watch the video linked below for more guidelines on buying a house. Do you need help freeing up money to eliminate debt, to save an emergency fund, and to save for a house down payment? I am here to help you do just those things. Subscribe to watch future videos. Click on the link below to schedule a free financial coaching consultation. I am very excited to work with you, help you afford that house, and help you build your financial success.